Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, hope you're doing well. Today we are back again at G3 Auctions here at Castleford in Yorkshire, and it's quite a big sale. There's well over 200 cars, mainly cheap cars. This is their sort of budget sale on a Thursday. Perhaps maybe more of the stock that I want to start keeping in, because I think that's the type of market that is selling better at the moment, but I think prices at auction are probably going to be strong too. So I've come armed, as always, with my big list, which it really is a big list. This is probably the biggest list I've ever brought to an auction before, because there's just so many cars and you know, they are all quite cheap today. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to getting in there, checking out these cars, see if we can't win a couple. I mean, an ideal world, because they're all cheap. If we could get 6, it means we can get our own vehicle transport and get them all brought down to us in the south, because we are 4 hours away. So let's get inside, check out some of these cars and see if we can't get some of them bought. Right, so let's start having a look around some of these cars that we're going to try and buy today. I did say we're going to try and buy some cheaper stuff, just because that seems to be what's selling. And that is why we're looking at a bright red DDR, known in the trade as Dog Dick Red Hyundai i10. If James Harding of Chops Garage was here, he'd be all over this. He'd be on it like a car bonnet or something, like a Jack Russell. Actually, it's quite clean, to be fair, doesn't it? And red is normally suffers with peeling lacquer, fading paint, but actually looks quite bright. But I imagine it'd be quite popular, even despite being red. Bit of a ding in the door here, which has cracked, so you won't be able to just paintless dent that. It's also got an X4 engine running okay, so we'll have to see what happens when it actually comes to that. Well, it's fired it up, so now we know. Yeah, I mean, it sounded okay. Let's fire it up, seeing as... How did he manage to do that? He's found the very sticky wet key. That's disgusting. We haven't got any engine management lights. Maybe a bit of a blow on the exhaust, maybe that's what it comes down to. Doesn't seem too bad. So that has got a retail rating of 87 out of 100, so very good. It's only 3,588 on the forecourt. Obviously, you're going to end up with smaller margins on these. If you ended up with £1,000 out of it, you'd be doing very well. I think I've got a bid of about, bear in mind we've got to factor in transport, 2,000, but maybe a bit less because of all the fees and everything else. The next one's a Qashqai, which looks like it's back here. This Qashqai is the highest rated car of the ones that I'm looking at today. 99 out of 100 as far as Auto Trader is concerned. It's got a green assured report, apart from a couple of tyres are getting close to the limit. It's got 3 budgets and 1 Yokohama, so you'd probably want to put a set on anyway. 108,000 miles. It is a 1.2, oh, it's a 1.2 Dig T, which they're not the best engine, to be honest. Looks reasonably clean. We'll keep an eye on it, but do you know what? First glimpse, I didn't really realise it was the 1.2 Dig T, which I'm sure a lot of people say is fine, but sometimes they have timing chain issues, things like that. So we'll keep an eye on it, but we'll see what it sounds like, see how it drives, fires up, if we get a chance. Next one is 28, which is a Suzuki SX4. These are always good news as far as it comes to selling. Right, here is the SX4 then. Got a all assured, green assured report, apart from, again, a couple of tyres getting a bit low. It's on 102,477 miles, 3 keepers, 2 keys, not imported, 4 services, and has MOT until September this year. What's the figures on this saying? Auto Trader retail is 4,938. Its retail rating out of 100 is 89, so pretty good. Let's see what the cap prices are, because there's usually a bit of a disparity between cap and Auto Trader prices. Although, this time, bang on, because the cap retail is saying it's £5,095, and ours is saying less than that, actually, 4,938. I've got a provisional bid in my head of 3,100, assuming it's all okay. Now, when I say all okay, obviously the wheels need refurbing. It's got a few scratches on the bonnet. There's a little bit of a scuff down here, which actually that would polish and clean up. I could probably wipe my hand all over that, which is what a lot of people would do, and you might find that it would go away. Why would you do that? You're at auction. Why would you want to make the car look better to everyone else? If you think you can fix it, leave it alone. Don't try and improve it before it goes through the auction, because you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Again, a few scratches and scuffs around the back. What's this side like? Not too bad, really, for, what is it, a 11-year-old car. Not bad at all, really. Nice leather interior. You've got like a sat-nav in there. Heated seats by the looks of it, cruise control. These are just super popular, so yeah, we'll be keen on that. We will see what happens. Our next one's 36, which is a cactus, which never had good luck with those, but it's not a PureTech, so that's one good thing about it. Now, like I say, I haven't had much good luck with these, but they are popular usually. They're just quite a bright, modern looking car, aren't they? They seem to like represent a good bit of value, I think, to a retail customer. They think it looks quite good. So it's 94 out of 100 retail rating, so it's very popular. It's got a retail valuation of 41,000. No, it hasn't. 4,146. Let's find it on our, what number is it? 36. See how that ties up with the, pretty much bang on actually. So maybe Cap and Auto Trader are starting to fall in line again. Cap clean price of 2,450. What's our bid on here? 2,200. But not forgetting we're going to have to add fees and transport to that. So it's probably actually a bit generous, but reasonably tidy in there. It's not clean, but it's not a million miles off being cleaned up quite easily. Nothing that's worrying me too much. All green reports, got 5 months MOT. Again, wants a couple of tyres. Everything wants tyres today, but that's standard parts of prep. Nothing jumping out at me. We'll watch that as it goes through, see what it does. And we got a Focus. What number's that? 98, so it should be, that's a complete lie. Next thing's an Adam, which is 96. I've just jumped the list, so we have to move over quite a bit, I think. Here we are then, Vauxhall Adam. I don't think these are necessarily very good news, to be honest, but I've never had one, and I'm all about trying different things. So, green report, 68,000 miles basically. Only one former keeper, one key, 9 service records. The seats have only been lightly shat, so that's good. Quick wet vac. They're quite funky inside. Looks reasonably tidy. I think it's got a retail of basically 4,300. Retail rating of 77. We'll see what happens. Then what have we got back here? A Focus, apparently. Ford Focus with a very steamed up lens. It's a Manuel. 108,427 miles, one key. MOT is basically out. It's black, so it probably wants a lot of polishing up and sorting its paint, and a rear badge. And you would not believe how expensive these are. They're like, you would have thought someone by now, if someone's got like a printing thing, people will buy stickers to put over them, which just look rubbish. If you've got something where you can print badges like that, they're like 30, 40 quid, I'm sure. I'm sure someone will tell me now that they're wrong and that's cheaper, but I know when I was changing them fairly regularly, a lot more expensive than you expect. And they've got the standard door seal, like falls out, gets trapped in there. Don't know why, but I'm not that fussed about this. I think all the wheels are going to want refurbing. It's got a steamed up lens. It's just a bit bitty, and I think like under all this dust and everything, by the time you clean that, it's going to need polishing really. So that is it from this lane. We now need to jump over to the 200s to look for a Cougar, which actually I think it's that blue thing out there. Right, yes it is, Ford Cougar. It is a bit of a doom blue, to be honest. It's not too bad, but it will still be popular. Cougar's always quite popular. Green report, at 99,000 miles basically. 2 keys, no service history. That's a bummer. Might be able to find some, but looks all right in there. Not too bad. Cloth, which is a shame. Absolutely disgusting in the door pocket. It's like a manky old chip or something in there. A little scuff in there. But again, car this sort of value, you're not going to worry too much. A bit of rust around there. So, a little bit of touching up, but nothing too crazy. And that's a good thing about selling cars at this sort of value, rather than maybe the cars that we've been selling recently for the 15 to 35,000 pound value. You really want to make sure they're like super prepped, really nice, nothing to pick at when they come to look at them. But cars of this price, people expect them to not be perfect. Why would it be? It's it's like 11 years old. It's got nearly 100,000 miles on it. Some people expect them to be perfect, but they're not going to be, so you just need to come to terms with that, really. I think it might be on the list. Let's have a look. Yes, it is on the list. It hasn't got an SD card, Toby. You couldn't possibly buy it. That would just, what would you do with it? No one would want it. You'd put it in the bin, basically. 0 former keepers. This has only ever had one owner, ever, from brand new. It's got 124,000 miles on it. It's only got about a month and a half of MOT, But it's got a green report, pretty good tyres, flat bottom steering wheel as well, because it is a GTD. Toby is loving this. Obviously your wheels want a refurb. Oh God, what's happening around here? So I think they've had like a bike rack, or they've reversed into something, and that is pretty scuzzy. So you probably want a new boot, don't you? Really? Oh yeah, that is very faded, isn't it? Good gold. And just get a new bumper because it's scuffed around here as well. I bet you it'd have all kinds of EGR and DPF issues as well. I doubt it's got, well, actually one owner ever, 0 previous keepers. It's probably been reasonably well maintained. It's not like, it hasn't got like its 5th owner, like you come along and like take the DPF out and put some bad boy wheels on it and stuff. Apparently that's worth £5,000 retail. You have to spend about as that much on it fixing it up, wouldn't you? That's a problem. So, look, just in case anyone gets triggered about me writing on like 8 pieces of paper on a roof, damaging someone else's car, so disrespectful. I'm going to do it on the window, okay? It's not going to scratch that, is it? I'll tell you what's really close to here is one car that actually I do think is really quite nice, is a BMW X3. I got a feeling it's down this way. Oh, this one was in the list as well. Although I just think it was going to be pretty ropey and just too much of a headache. It's Audi S4. It's a 3 litre, they have V6? Certainly a 6-cylinder turbocharged engine. We've had a few of these before, especially in the States, and they're cool cars, but, well, actually, I was going to say we've had timing chain issues. We've had one guy who, after a long period of owning it, was saying that it's starting to get a bit of a rattle on the timing chain. We're like, is it broken? You know, is there something actually wrong? Is an engine management like, come on? No, I think sometimes it rattles when it starts. It's like, well, it's 10 years old and 100,000 miles. This is the fine line you tread with buying cheap cars and dealing with customers who, you know, buy cheap cars. It's a bit of a balancing act. I bet it would go cheap though. Maybe if it goes cheap, we'll have a cheap track car. What's it say on it? I think I've removed this from my list, to be honest. That's why I can't find it on my list. So I'll find it in here just to give you some info on it. It's never going to be that cheap. Not cheap enough to just have a punt on it. It's 131,000 miles as well on a performance car. It's got a cap retail of £7,200. Cap below, which it is definitely well below average, £3,800. Probably not one for us, but if we get a chance to see it go through, see if we can film it for you. Right, so what's next on our list? There's an Audi A4, 211. I think, confusingly, all the numbers worked this way, and now they're working this way because of 2 different lanes. I guess they feed in from the outside. Maybe we'll work backwards up the list. That would make sense, wouldn't it? What have we got? Oh, we didn't see the X3. That's what we were going to go and look at, wasn't it? That's that up there. Right then, BMW X3. Just thought it looked good value, and it's quite a nice thing because it's the 3 litre D, so it's, you know, quite a peppy one. It's got all green, whatever. It is 125,000 miles, which to me these days, you know, sounds like it's way too much. But going back to what I used to buy, that is what I used to buy. So yeah, all green reports, all good run tyres. It's got 7 services, had 2 keepers, it's got 2 sets of keys. Last service 2 years ago at 107,000 miles. So that's well overdue. And they don't have the V5 here, but no, that's not the end of the world. You can get around all those problems. It is an auto. Don't shoot me. I can't remember if they did a manual in this generation, but the manuals that they did do of X3s usually at this price point would have transfer case problems and things like that. Yeah, well, let's have a look at the pricing. What did we say? X3. So that's got a retail rating of 59, a retail price of about £7,500, and I think I got a bid for about 5 maybe. Just think it looks good value. So we'll get around the other side and have a look at it as we come back the other way. But be very tempted to have a bid on that. Yeah. For a 13-year-old car, I think that still looks quite contemporary modern. I did originally look at this for the list, but it is saying the engine's not very healthy, and I've had bad luck with these. Just all sorts of problems with coolant leaks and head gaskets and stuff. Just don't want to buy any more, really. The great thing about Vehicle Score is that you can save it as a quick link on your phone like I have, and it's really easy to quickly check a car and get loads of information. So I'm going to enter our registration of this car on our forecourt, which is Charlie Uniform 17 X-Ray Bravo Kilo. It gives us our score from 1 to 999. Ours is 700. We can check whether it's ULEZ compliant. This one is, amazingly, despite being a diesel. We can go through, check all the MOT history, we can check our mileage graph, see whether that's always going up or at least staying the same, not dipping down. But most importantly, if you're thinking about actually buying that car, it always pays to do a history check, and Vehicle Score have got you covered. They've got their full history check, which is £9.95. Or if you want some assurance that if they don't find anything wrong with the car, you can get your money back, a refund cover, it's £13.86. Now, either of those, you can get a 20% discount using my code SHIFTINGMetal20. You don't have to use the paid service. There's loads and loads of information on there to help you make a decision on whether that's the car for you to buy.
Well, 13, 14, 14, online, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2 big, 2 big, 2 big now, everybody down this side.
We haven't had a chance to get in yet, and it's gone past our limit.
Online, 2 big, 1 big, 21 big, 50, 2 more, 50 big, 2 big, 2 big, 2 2 2 about there, 2 2, so 22 big ones, twice,
£2,200. So that was £300 more than we were willing to spend. Let's see what this cash guy does. I don't think I really want to bid on it, but we'll see. I think it will go for quite strong money anyway. Oh, it is cheap.
17 of the 17, 10,000, 18 bid, 18 of the 19 bid, 19, 19, 10, 2 bid, that 10,000 pound bid, now you 1 bid, not your America, 2 1 bid, 2 1 net, 2 1 2, that 2 down 2, that 2 down 2 bid, yes, then to the 2, now you're out to the after 2 bid, that 2 to the 2, 2 50, 3, that 2 to the 3 bid, 2 to the 3, that 2 to the 3, 50, that 2 to the 3, 54, we're sold. 2 4. That's it. We're going to more now. 2 4. I sell that once, twice.
Not too bad. My original bid, before I knew it was a 1.2 Dig T, was 3,000. So I went for less than that, but we didn't check it out, so we don't know if it had engine management light or something like that. Yeah, stuff seems quite strong so far, but then it is early days, so we will see.
Lot of 28 is the Suzuki ESX4 S-Cross. Service history, we have plenty of MOT with it as well. £2,200 on bid. Pack roof as well. 22 with 3 bid. 2 bid, 300, 4 on bid. All bid at 2 online. 25 on bid. 2 bid, 6 and 4 bid. 4 bid, 2 7 online. 2 7 bid. 28 in the hall at 28. 28 in the hall at 2 days. You're both out online. I'm in the hall at 28. Bring it at 2 days a day, £100 a video. Bring it at 2 days a day, £100 once. Bring it at 2 days a day, £100 twice. Provisional at 28.
Right, provisional. We'll see what happens with that. Let's go have a look, see if we can find that cactus. Didn't spot that before. It needs some paint there. You can kind of tell that's already been painted on that quarter because it's slightly different shade. I think I'd have about 2,200 quid on this for sure. I'm pretty sure it'd do more than that.
Lot 36 is the selected interest online. Online status BL 23 on bid.
Already over my bid.
Selling at £2,600.
That's crazy because that's £2,600 plus £400 of fees. You need to spend at least £100 on getting that rear quarter painted, so you're looking at £3,100. The retail supposedly is only £4,146 according to Auto Trader. Maybe charge a little bit more, but you're going to have some prep. So you might have £1,000 gross margin before you take out your VAT, before you take down to like 500 quid. No, thank you. Right, we have only got a few cars left we could potentially be bidding on, really. Well, it's actually just the X3. So, 279, how far away is that? About 26 away.
16, 15. Thank you. Focus you. I can really good about for ranking history. Good history. With a ladder, 38 online. 38, 9, 4, 1, 41 bid, 41 bid, 41 to the bid 2, to the bid 2, to the bid 3, to the bid 43, to the bid 10, to the bid 43, to the bid 4, 5, on sale 6, 7, 47, yes or no? 47 bid down here, I'm selling, 47 bids here. What? Bid times 47, Joe, 47.
Right, there we are. One bought for sure, one on provisional. Lots of failed attempts. I think that'll probably do for the day. There's nothing else much more I'm really interested in. So let's get out of it while we still can. Right, so that is it. That is really the end of the day for us. They are still running behind us. It is still very busy. Prices were really, really strong. Like crazy high for some stuff. But we did manage to buy one. We've got a provisional on another. And I did buy another one, a very cheap car that you probably won't see in this video. You'll find it on this channel. Whether it comes out before or after, make sure you're subscribed because I bought the cheapest car here on the day. And I'm about to drive it home about 5 hours. Hopefully. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that video. Thank you to G3 for having us. Massive shout out to Vehicle Score. Don't forget to do their free checks and their paid checks if you're going to hand over your hard-earned money, whether you're at an auction or whether you're buying it privately. If you'd like to sell your car directly to me, you can go to my website, carsportformore.com. That will cut out the auctions and we can hopefully give you a better price than you would do if you traded it in and it ended up at auction. And don't forget, we're running competitions all the time. You can find those on feelgoodcompetitions.com. That is it for this time. I'm going to get on the road. Got a long drive ahead of me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.